Hello? 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 I'm stretching time. Look, look. Maybe I should wear it around my, like a medallion. Before we get into it, I just want to say that this week there is a small quiz at the end of the video, so if you make it all the way to the end of the video, then well done you. But also, just fast forward and then maybe you might win something. It's not really anything important, so maybe just, I don't know, do what you want. Either way, on with the vid. Hello is a word that we use to greet people. You might say to a pizza delivery man, "Hello, pizza delivery man. Thank you for delivering this kind package for which I will now pay you notes and..." Or you might say, "Hello, fried chicken lady. Thank you for bringing me these chickeny goods. Will enjoy them very much." But why do we say hello and what does it even mean? Now, there is a meme out there that claims that it was coined by Alexander Graham Bell, that person who developed the first sort of workable telephones. The meme states that he named it after his then current squeeze, Margaret Hello, which apparently was a name of somebody. Anyway, the Margaret Hello thing, I'm happy to report, is mostly spreadable bollocks. But there is a little bit of truth in something to do with telephones, so shall I explain? So the word hello is a modification of the word hallow with an A, and which itself is a modification of the word holler with an O. Etymology.com says this goes back to the 14th century, and well, they're usually a pretty good source, so I'm going to go with that. Far from being a greeting where you just say something sort of gentlemanly or womanly to somebody and say, "Hello, how are you?" Holler and hallow were actually words of sort of exclamation. So you might shout at someone down the street just to get their attention, either in a positive or negative way. I'm not really sure, but I suppose if you had some fish to sell, you might say, "Here is my fish, holler." In fact, before all of this telephone business that happened over the last sort of 150 years or so, hello was there. It is also theorised that hello was actually a Britishism, specifically to exclaim surprise. So you might be a few days down the line after going to the boozer, and then you stick your jeans on that you wore that night because they were clean enough when you got home, right? And then you wear them a couple of days later. That is an acceptable thing to do. And then you find £5 in your pocket, you might pull it out and go, "Hello. Oh, that's a 20. Hey." That was an example that I've just said. So what about Graham Bell End? Well, I don't know whether he was a bell end or not. I'm sure he was a gentleman of the highest order. The highest order. Anyway, when Graham Bell was developing the first workable telephones for the normal market, the common market, not the common market, obviously that's a thing, that's something else. You know what I mean? They theorised that you would have to say something because you'd ring the phone and then with your numbers or call the operator or whatever it is that you did back then, and then the person would answer the phone, but they would need to exclaim some kind of salutation. So actually Graham Bell preferred the word ahoy. Now, ahoy is a word, as you probably know, that has it's usually used in sort of nautical circles and has its roots in Dutch, and it essentially means hello. Thomas Edison, however, Bell's great rival, believed that hello would be a better word to use, writing in a letter in 1877 saying that hello can be heard from 10 to 20 feet away. By the time the first telephone exchanges were springing up, the women who were staffing these particular buildings became known as the Hello Girls, which isn't infantilizing in the slightest. Bonus fact this week surrounds the common or garden cowboy greeting, howdy, which is actually a contraction of how do you do, which sort of gives all of those cow ladies and gentlemen a sort of nice air, actually, a nice friendly air. And when someone says that to me, if they ever do, then I might feel sort of, I don't know, like that's quite a cool thing. So what about that quick quiz that I said about at the top of the video? Well, do you remember Lionel Richie's hello? Hello. Hello. And the next line is it me you're looking for? And the video is a very odd video. where Lionel Richie plays a theatre director who is having an unrequited love experience with one of his blind students. Now, the question is what was the blind student sculpting? Answers in the comments, and the first one who gets it will get a bookmark from me, because that's the best I can provide. I'm sorry, there are no cash prizes. Either way, you'll get a bookmark that I will package in an envelope with my delicate hands. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Sometimes I might do something vaguely interesting, and if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, you can follow me on YouTube and do a subscribe, and then maybe a like, and then hit a bell or whatever it is that you're meant to do. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Either way, take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week.